Hey, Sister Wives fans. Well, you know by now that Kody Brown's older kids are sick and tired of the neglect, and that includes Gabe Brown, one of his sons. The divide has deepened. Of course, we saw it during the pandemic with Kody's strict rules. And if you were watching during those seasons, he accused his older sons of ignoring safety protocols so they could get their pencils wet. That was the way he worded it. It was so gross. And now, a couple of years later, as we're seeing on these episodes, Gabe is just done with his dad, and he has slapped Kody with an ultimatum, and he's just about done. Before we dive in, please click that subscribe button if you're not following us. So if you check our channel often, you might have seen a video we did a few days ago. I'll drop it at the end of this one, where Mykelti Brown is basically done with Kody because he called out Maddie Brown Brush on a recent episode for cutting her out of his and his kids' lives. He called her a gossip and said she ripped her kids away from him when she moved across the country. And Mykelti tore Kody a new one after seeing his confessional remarks on a recent episode. I said in the video, you know, they only see the scenes that they film and like what they tell each other about what they film. And since the family is basically divided into three, Kody and Robyn, Mary on her own, and then Janelle and Christine and the kids, they kind of don't know everything they're going to see until they see it on TLC the same time we do. And Mykelti said her dad never takes accountability, never owns up to his mistakes, and wants to blame others. And now we're seeing the same thing repeated with Gabe Brown. He has the same exact read on their father. And to me, it looks like all of Kody's kids have the same issues, that he is incapable of acknowledging and owning the mistakes that he has made. So Gabe had recently talked to his mom, Janelle, on Sister Wives and said Kody hit him up for a chat. But Gabe told Janelle his dad was acting like he, Gabe, owed Kody an apology. And Gabe told his mother that he eventually just told Kody that unless his dad's ready to fix things and have a real relationship, he doesn't want to talk to his father anymore. And then Gabe said Kody came back and he texted a couple of days later saying, "I forgive you, please forgive me." And that's done Gabe because he was wondering, what did Kody need to forgive him for? You know, Gabe didn't feel like he'd done anything to his dad that required forgiveness. And that remark from Kody really seemed to rub Gabe the wrong way. So much so, he is just on the cusp. It sounds like he is ready to cut his dad out of his life once and for all. And in fact, it looks like he told Kody point blank, and honestly, I'm glad he did tell him that just this is it. Gabe said, "I told my dad if he doesn't change and can't take accountability, I won't see him again, and I'm perfectly okay with that." And accountability seems to be the word du jour. It's the word that several of Kody's kids and exes have talked about is a core issue with him. And the kids especially have described that's what they want from him, accountability. Kody has gone on national TV to say he never loved their mothers. He said he wished he'd never even married Mary Brown. And to me, when you hear that, it means he regrets marrying her. He regrets the whole marriage. And that's tantamount to saying he regrets the child they made together. That's just a terrible thing to say. And Kody blames the distance between himself and his kids on Christine and Janelle, who he has said badmouth him. And he literally seems to think he's done nothing wrong from what he has said. Mykelti just took him to task after she saw last Sunday's episode for refusing to take accountability. And she said even when he does, while he's doing it, he is simultaneously trying to shift blame onto someone else. And Janelle's big marriage-ending issue with Kody was not how he treated her. It was how he treated their kids, that he had become estranged from them. And she said that was down to his behavior and his choices. Not only has it cost him, you know, a wife with Janelle, but also pretty much all the kids that he has with Janelle and Christine, which, by the way, is most of his kids. That is 12 of his 18 kids, right? I'm counting. I'm trying to think. 12, 13. Yep, 12. Okay. So Janelle said she doesn't know how Kody can even get back on track with his kids. And Gabe said he thinks it would take an act of God because he thinks Kody needs to really set things straight. But as we've seen, he doesn't seem to be taking steps in that direction. I don't think he even thinks that he needs to take a step in that direction. Like, the lack of self-awareness is interesting. That's the word I'll use. While the COVID stuff, of course, was an issue back when that was going on, Janelle doesn't think that it was the pandemic itself. She feels like Kody was using the lockdowns as an excuse to do what he was wanting to do, which was to hole up alone with his favorite wife, Robyn Brown, formerly wife number 4, now his only wife. And Janelle also said that her kids reported back to her that Kody has told a few of them he should have just waited to marry Robyn, as in not married Mary, not married Janelle, not married Christine. So that's him effectively saying, wow, I regret everything about my life except for Robyn and our kids. That's what I hear when I hear that, which is a terrible thing to say to your children. Janelle said when she talked to Kody about it, he called it a misunderstanding, and then he referred to it as gossip. That seems to be a word he likes. But given, what we've seen him say in the confessionals and to Mary's face in a recent episode, it sounds like something Kody would say in the heat of the moment. And as for Robyn, Gabe doesn't think there's much of a chance at a relationship with her. He talked about her playing victim. He doesn't have a lot of respect for her. He doesn't understand her actions. Gabe said that Robyn's take is that everybody has always hated them, meaning her and her kids. And Gabe did say he actually misses the kids that Robyn and Kody have, but says that those kids have to follow the party line that Robyn and Kody have set up. So in the end, Gabe is another of Kody's kids that isn't optimistic of ever being close to his dad. Again, you would think after losing Garrison that Kody would be working overtime to repair relationships. And just as a matter of timing, so the things we're seeing on the episodes now filmed about a year before Garrison took his life. So maybe Kody has taken some steps, but from what we've seen on social media from the kids, it doesn't look that way. So I know that what we're seeing on the episodes, again, with the timing versus what real life is, it is different, but it is very sad to see these kids, even though they're grown, not having their dad in their lives. And it's down to a matter of his choice. He could make a choice to take accountability and come back in and repair these relationships. And at this point, even Robyn is begging Kody to make it right with the kids and not worry about her feelings or how they feel about her. And he's still not doing it.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.